For decades, the truth was buried beneath rumors, silence, and fear. Pilots whispered about it only in private. Sailors avoided certain coordinates without explanation, and scientists, when asked, changed the subject. The Bermuda Triangle was never just a myth. It was a warning. A stretch of ocean where aircraft vanish without distress calls, where ships disappear without debris, where the laws of time, space, and navigation seemed to quietly collapse. But one man lived through it. And before his death, he finally decided the world deserved to know what really happened. His name was Bruce Gernon. In December of 1970, Gernon was flying a small private aircraft from the Bahamas to Florida. The skies were clear. The sea below was calm. Every instrument in the cockpit showed normal readings. There was no storm, no turbulence, no reason to expect danger, till the air around him changed. Without warning, a strange gray mist began forming ahead of the aircraft. It wasn't normal fog. It didn't drift or scatter with the wind. It rolled forward deliberately, thick and swirling, as if it was expanding to meet him. Gernon later described it as an electronic fog. It glowed faintly from the inside, and it felt alive. As the plane entered the fog, the horizon vanished instantly. The ocean disappeared. The sky folded inward. Inside, everything felt wrong. The compass needle began spinning violently, unable to lock on to any direction. The altimeter froze mid-reading. The radio went completely silent, not static, not interference. Total silence. Then something impossible appeared. A circular opening formed ahead of the aircraft, perfectly shaped, like a tunnel carved into the clouds. The mist rotated around it at incredible speed, forming a spinning corridor of light and shadow. Gernon realized he was no longer flying normally. He was being pulled. The plane accelerated without added power. The controls felt sluggish, as if reality itself had thickened. Time began to behave strangely. Seconds stretched unnaturally long. Minutes vanished without explanation. When he looked down, the ocean no longer moved as it should. The waves appeared frozen, flat, unreal, as if the world below was paused. Inside the tunnel, flashes of intense light streaked past the cockpit, white, blue, violet. They moved faster than any aircraft could fly. Gernon couldn't tell if they were reflections, or something traveling alongside him. Watching. The pressure inside the cockpit shifted. The air felt charged, heavy. Then, without warning, the tunnel collapsed. The fog vanished instantly. Clear blue sky returned. The ocean moved normally again. Florida coastline appeared ahead. Relief washed over him. Until he checked his instruments. According to his fuel gauge, the flight should have taken much longer. According to air traffic control, he'd arrived 90 minutes early. Impossible. His aircraft had traveled at speeds it physically could not reach. Years later, radar data quietly supported his claim. But when Gernon tried to explain what he experienced, he was dismissed. Some called it imagination. Others blamed stress. A few suggested hallucination. So he stopped talking, until the end of his life. Before his death, Gernon admitted something he had never said publicly. The fog did not feel natural. It felt engineered, controlled, as if the Bermuda Triangle wasn't simply dangerous but functional. Corridor, a gateway, a place where space and time compressed temporarily. He believed he had entered a space-time tunnel, one that shortened distance and distorted time itself. And he believed it still exists. Gernon warned that modern aircraft may be even more vulnerable today because advanced electronics fail faster in unstable environments. His final words were chilling. The triangle doesn't always take you. Sometimes it lets you go, so you can warn others. To this day, full military data from the region remains classified. Commercial pilots quietly reroute flights. Satellites continue to record unexplained anomalies. The Bermuda Triangle is still active. Bruce Gernon was not the only one who survived it, just one of the very few who lived long enough to finally tell the truth.